Assalamu alaikum. I am Dr. Usman, and today we are going to talk about the femoral triangle and its contents. So, what is the femoral triangle? As you can see here, the femoral triangle, as the name suggests, is a triangle. It is a triangle in our femoral or upper thigh. This is the femoral part or upper thigh part of our body, and this triangular area or a landmark is known as the femoral triangle. It actually appears as a triangular depression, and it is more prominent when we are flexing our thigh, abducting it, or laterally rotating it. So this is the femoral triangle. Now let's talk about the boundaries of this femoral triangle. As you can see, it has three boundaries. This one is the superior boundary, this one is the lateral boundary, and this one is the medial boundary. The superior boundary of the femoral triangle is formed by a tendon, a ligament known as inguinal ligament. So the superior boundary is formed by inguinal ligament. What is this inguinal ligament? There is actually a muscle uh, inside our abdominal wall, which is known as external oblique. It extends downwards as a sheath-like structure, which we call aponeurosis. So the inguinal ligament is actually the thickening of the external oblique aponeurosis. Okay, and this ligament extends from anterior superior iliac spine to the pubis. This is inguinal ligament, and it will form the superior boundary of the femoral triangle. Now, the other two boundaries of this triangle are formed by two muscles. The lateral boundary is formed by the sartorius muscle. This boundary is formed by sartorius muscle. And the second boundary, the middle boundary is formed by adductor longus muscle. So these are the boundaries of the femoral triangle. And as you can see, these boundaries here, they will meet together and it will form an apex of this triangle, which is actually being formed by a medial side of the sartorius muscle and the lateral side of the adductor longus muscle, which will form the apex. Now, let's talk about the floor of this femoral triangle. The floor of this femoral triangle is formed by two muscles. The iliopsoas muscle, which is present laterally, this part, and then there is pectineus muscle, which is present medially. So these two muscles, the iliopsoas muscle and the pectineus muscle, will form the floor of the femoral triangle. So as this triangle have a floor and boundaries, it must have a roof as well. The roof of the femoral triangle is formed by the fascia present in this part of thigh, which includes the cribriform fascia, the fascia lata, and as well as the subcutaneous tissue and the skin overlying this area. Here we have to ask ourselves why we are studying this femoral triangle. What is its importance? So, it is important to know that the femoral triangle is actually a very important landmark in dissection. If we can identify this femoral triangle, we can identify the structures passing through it, the structure which are present here, and their relationship with each other. So if we can recognize that, we can proceed for something like surgery. In surgery, it is very important to recognize the structures which are passing in this area. So that's why we must know about the boundaries, the structures of this femoral triangle. Now, let's talk about contents of this femoral triangle. As you can see, going from medially to laterally, we can see a vein, an artery, and a nerve. So this vein, which is present in this area, is named after this area. So this must be the femoral vein. And along with the femoral vein, we must have femoral artery. And along with femoral artery, the most lateral structure is the nerve, which is femoral nerve. Okay, and these in green, these are the lymphatics and lymph nodes, which are present most medially. So that was all about the contents of the femoral triangle. Now let's move forward. What do you think? These structures are just dispersed here in this area. Are they mobile or are they non-mobile and fixed here? It is a very important concept that we must know. As femoral artery is the main and major artery of the lower limb, it is highly pulsatile. And what do I mean by being pulsatile? It means with every heartbeat, a lot of blood passes through this artery and it moves. So, without any support or binding force, it will become mobile and cannot be fixed at its point. That's why Allah has given this artery and all the other major arteries of other regions like carotid artery in head and neck, and axillary artery in upper limb, the special fixative coverings which supports them and keep them fixed at their places. These coverings and sportive tapes, they are called sheaths, so which in this case will be known as femoral sheath. In our head and neck, they will known as carotid sheaths, and as you have learned earlier, in our upper limb, they are known as axillary sheaths. Now, here we will only talk about the femoral sheath. So, what is this femoral sheath? The femoral sheath is a funnel shaped 3 to 4 centimeter long fascial tube that passes deep to inguinal ligament. This is inguinal ligament. You can see here, this is inguinal ligament and the femoral sheath is present deep to it. Now, the femoral sheath is actually the continuation of iliopsoas and transversalis fascia of abdomen. Iliopsoas and transversalis fascia of abdomen will continue downwards or inferiorly as femoral sheath, and the femoral sheath will terminate inferiorly by binding with, by becoming a part of or fusing with the adventitia, the outer covering of these femoral vessels. So the femoral sheath encloses the femoral vein and the femoral artery, and medially it forms a special hollow space which we call femoral canal. We will learn about this canal later. So the femoral sheath will enclose the femoral artery, the femoral vein, and some other structure which we will learn later. There are special connective tissue septas which subdivide the femoral sheath into three compartments. The most lateral compartment is for femoral artery. The intermediate compartment is for femoral vein, and the medial compartment is for lymphatics, fat tissue, and some connective tissues, which is known as femoral canal. So that was all about today. So tomorrow we will learn about the femoral canal, the femoral ring, and some important diseases due to problem in this area. So take care of yourself, stay home and stay safe.